Okay. Oh, Lord, I left my shoes upstairs. What you telling me to quiet for? Oh.
you eating it, but you saying no.
What's it?
You use the bathroom?
I mean, this morning I walked in there. Last night before you came home, you did a lot.
Oh crap. I really didn't know I was like kind of live. Shoot. Got one person, which is cool. Appreciate it. Well, this is my tank. I just finished doing a water change. As you can see, the water's clear. Zoom in. These two right here are basically my Pakus. I'm basically gonna get rid of these. These are growing too quick for me. I need a bigger tank, but I don't think that it's gonna happen. So the pet store said they did want them. So I'm trying to hold out until I find a bigger tank for these people. Well, Paku. They get scared very easily on anything. They eat vegetables, no meat. So all these little fish that you see in here, they don't bother them. This one right here, that is the ruler of the tank. He controls everything. As you can see, basically all the fish are on this side. He takes control on everything. As you can see, he's pushing everybody away. So he's the ruler of the tank. I tried taking them out and putting them back in to see how it works, but you know, I guess you don't have to be the biggest one to be the ruler. So He's the ruler of the tank. Um, all the small bluefish is basically his kids. That big blue one that's right there is the mother, and she's just the nasty one. She had 3 batches already. I kept most of them, which you can see, basically all the blue ones. What she had, I mostly kept all of them just to fill up the tank. I got 3 catfish, one here, one in the back, and there's one over there. They basically keep separate from one another. They don't get along. I don't know why. So every time they do get close to each other, they start fighting with each other. I do got one fish that I really, really like. Well, 2 of them. This one here is the bumblebee cichlid. I really love that one. I bought him as a baby, so I'm just trying to watch him grow up. And the leoparditis, which is stripe yellow and black one that I love too. I bought him as a baby, and he's growing up good. These 3 that's right here, I bought those as babies as well. And since I've been doing my rudder changes consistently, they've been growing. I recently just got him. I forgot the name of it. He's like a solo dude, like don't even socialize with nobody, just keep to himself. And there's a silver one that I have that's like the same way. He holds his own ground too. Well, he's basically right back there on the filter. What else? And then I have 3. Well, I have the dry fish. I forgot. I had 4 of them, but this one here, which I had 6 of these, I got rid of 4, so I got 2 left. Actually beat up my giraffe fish, like gang banged them and killed them. So that's why I only have 2. Had them as babies as well. They're growing up pretty nice. And I got 2 of the peacock fish, which I believe they peacock fish, these 2 as babies, but I'm starting to think they goldfish, man, and got ripped off because they just ain't growing the way how the rest of them are growing. So I'm believing they goldfish. I'm not sure. What else? I do have a yellow lab, 1 left. I had 3. They get like bloat for some reason. I mix the food, try to mix the food so I don't feed them all flakes, but they get bloat. He's the last one left, and I'm not buying any more yellow labs. I don't know why. Yeah, I do have this one. I think he's called a microchromis. Got 2 of those blue ones. That's 1 there and 1 there. I believe those are both male and female. And my Pacus love the cam. I don't know why. What else do I have? And that's about it. Trying to get a bigger tank, but I just can't seem to find the right price. So, the buck tooth, those are the buck tooth tiger barbs or whatever they call. They're the most annoying fish that I got in my tank. They just bother everybody. So, and they're the most active, but they hold their own ground for the size they are. And that's about it. I didn't realize I was really live. I'm sorry. So I just added a couple plants just to neutralize the nitrates in there. I actually got them outside just to see how it is so they won't eat them. So it's doing a very good job on that. So just trying to figure out ways where I can use natural stuff in my tank to neutralize those nitrates and keep this tank good, but I'm still trying to find this 400 gallon. So, any one of you guys know or know anybody selling 400 gallon, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna get rid of those too, because they're like mutating so fast, and I'm starting to regret it. But they're peaceful fish, but just get so scared easily. If I walk up, act like I'm throwing something at it, they splashing water everywhere. But yeah, when these get big, I'm assuming they're gonna take over the tank, and he may be like the second one in command, but right now, he's the brightest one that's in color right now, like showing much color. He was like these blue ones, I guess, when they turn male or whatever, they get that color, but he was like a dull yellow, but he's really bright, and he's been taking over the tank. So I don't know if he has, well, he can't have eggs because they look, the blue ones carry the eggs in the mouth. And that's basically right here is the mother. So I've been watching her, how her mouth is to make sure she's not carrying, because they've been by each other lately. And you can see that he's pushing everybody away again. So yeah, he doesn't let really nobody in his area. So I'm assuming that there's something down there in his cave that he's protecting. I don't know, but I don't need no more babies right now. I got enough as it is. But yeah, like I said, when the catfish get together, they don't like each other like that. But yeah, this is my tank. It's a 125, and it's big for what I have. It's just not big for them. I need space for, they say 200 gallons a piece. That's why I say 400 gallon. And the rest of the small fish will fill in together. I am looking for some peacock bass, if I can get the 400 gallon. They would do wonders. I do want a gar, but I don't think I can take, all these fish would be gone if I get a gar. So I'm trying to maintain this, what I have, but this 125 is like not the size I need for the fish that I want, especially if I want to keep them. So I've been debating on it for a while, for maybe 2 months now. And I really need a 400 gallon. But yeah, basically, it's my tank. I do got like a little wind maker or whatever for the current. Some of them do like it, like the giraffe fish, they love it. The rest of them basically like the rocks. And the reason why I have only rocks on this side than that side, because the microbite fish, whatever he's called, the silver one, really likes, in a giraffe fish, I think they like open water. So the blue ones, they love the rocks. And they make, I guess, babies, whatever, by the rocks and ever. And that's how they started making babies for when I put the rocks in. So they always stay on that side. Either way, the other fish like push them that way. But yeah, so I'm really trying to get those to mate, those blue and there to mate, so I can go ahead and sell them to the fish store. But I need flat rock, but I don't think I got a big enough size for them to do what they need to do. And the temperatures as well, I try to keep that temperature between 75. Yeah, this is the fish. That's right here, the silver one. He likes open water with, I guess, long vines and trees or whatever, but that's why I move everything, like the rocks on this side. But I basically need a 400 gallon fish tank to do what I need to do to solve it, because some of these fishes are going to be a foot, especially the yellow and black one. That's right there. He's going to grow at a decent size. I believe my giraffe fish are kind of at their peak of growing. Most of these cichlids they don't grow that big, except for my blue Texas, which they are the ones that's swimming together. They're gonna be about a foot, I believe, maybe 8. But they've been growing rapidly since the consistency of the water changes that I've been doing, and the food that I feed them, it's been going good. I used to feed them like that low grade food and like what you call it, not blood worms, but brine shrimp. So I'm trying to not give them all too much protein and kind of let them ease off on Sundays. Don't feed them too much on Sundays, let their body digest. But the pacus, they are just the hungriest one in there. So, and their teeth are starting to grow in. So that's why I'm afraid this tank is getting too small for them. And I don't want to stress them out, which they still have the little red on their belly. It was brighter than that. Like one of them still got the brightest red, but I think they're getting like a little bit stressed a little bit. Not too stressed, but I really don't keep the light on. I just want to show you guys. Rich, I only got one person in the room, which I appreciate. But yeah, I really don't keep the light on because of that, because I think the tank is too small for them. But they've been doing good. But I'm still waiting on that good price on a nice tank size for them. But I bought this tank off somebody for $100. It's $125. And I got the stand from Home Depot, which is a metal stand, so it can hold the pressure. So nothing, I had a wood stand, but I just didn't think it was gonna hold with the amount of stuff that I have in this tank. But other than that, man, everything's been good. I had these fish since they were small babies, and I'm just watching them grow. Had a couple die. Not because of the water changes or anything like that. I had them die because of when I had freaking 6 of those bucktooth. You see what I'm saying? Anything that splashes, they on the queue. They just run, like you just seen. So that's why it's important for me to get a bigger tank. They just get scared so easily for some reason. Don't know why. They usually know me when feeding time, but if there's a lot of people that's in this house and start coming over, they just get bashful and just start running everywhere. The 3 that's over there know me pretty good. They come to me when I come to the tank. The giraffe fish do that sometimes, but mainly my blue Texas cichlids usually come to me when I come to the tank, or put my hand towards it. They always come to me. That's about it. The rest of them, they just be on their own, do what they do. Yeah, that's basically it. They know I was live, but I'm just gonna keep it on there. Appreciate the person that's on. Continue looking if you want, but I'm just making a little video. I do roadside for a living, which most of you guys probably already know. I'm just in my little recovery stage, so I'm trying to get back out there and do the content and make that money again. So yeah, if you want to keep watching, you can, but other than that, I'm just gonna stay on here for like another 20 minutes. I'm just want to show you guys, like the update on my tank, because I never showed it for a while. Like I said, I just cleaned it, so it may be a little dusty, and they probably like scratching themselves on the sand a little bit. but the water's getting to the parameters, I guess. But other than that, man, it's been a enjoyment for what I do for a living. When I come in, I just sit here and watch my tank, watch them just to get a peaceful mind. Uh, I got a little hurt in roadside, so I'm just trying to. Plus, I had a flu bug, and I was trying to work at the same time. Um, yeah, so got a little injured with my ankle leg area. So I'm trying not to walk on it as much and do not too much pressure. But um, far as me working wise, I can do jump starts, this and that. But the call volume that I have, it ain't worth it for me to just keep walking around like that. So that's why I just kind of on standby mode. If I can do certain things, I do it. But I'm not trying to get out there like that. So I've been like this for maybe uh, 5 days. So I did work yesterday. I was kind of busy, but I work I worked all day yesterday doing light duty work, but it took a toll. So I took off today and I couldn't do it. It took a toll on me. Um, what happened was I was using what's going on, Silver Commander. Man, I was using my 3-wheel jack, which people, joke about, man, which it still worked, but it kind of fell and hit me, man, real good. Took a toll on it. And I didn't feel it at first until the next day when I just went home, went to sleep and woke up. It's like getting in a car accident and then you wake up with that whiplash, man. It's like I couldn't even take it. So I just been doing what I'm doing. That's why I couldn't film, so I couldn't multitask the way I wanted. And trying to work at the same time, the amount of call volume that I got, it just wasn't working, just making me stressed out. So ain't nothing broken, it's just swollen. So I got an electric jack, which I use now. And it's been working wonders for me. So yeah, so hopefully Monday, man, I get back to normal, start filming content, doing what I do. But until then, it's every contract that I had, not saying it's a loss, but as far as my Giro, that crap went down. Yeah, if you don't do your calls and you're on schedule, man, your call volume will go down. And it's that's just a part of business, man, because you never know what's going to happen. So I can't be mad with myself, things happen. So, but I still got a decent amount of call volume. I'm only one guy. Last time I checked, I was at 680 calls for 45 days. So I still got a decent amount. Just that I noticed that the morning times is not like how it used to be. So I'm getting these nighttime calls where the calls are just foolishness. They want to jump start at 9 o'clock when they have to be to work at 6 o'clock and then call back early in the morning, which, why? I don't understand. Or these tire changes, they don't want to wait. And it's crazy. Yeah, man, tell you something about that. And the reason why I started my channel, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I started my channel for the money. I ain't even going to lie. Just like everybody else. It was for the money. And when I used to work for Papa Lock, how people did me and I started my own crap, man. Yeah, I was all about the money. And then I just decided to start to do the YouTube. and I was definitely about the money trying to get my bag on YouTube. But when I realized and watching my content, what I'm doing, I'm realizing like, man, I need to start helping people doing what I'm doing. Like, I got work and I know some kind of shortcuts and secrets to get out. I just need to start helping people. People charge for this, and that's what I was doing at first. And I was like, man, that's not the way to do it. If I want something in life, man, God gonna bless me no matter what I'm doing. So that's basically how I got started. And what I'm trying to do is, I'm not trying, what I'm going to do, put it like that, is I'm gonna get monetized. I want to travel around the states, man. Like, for people that who subscribe to me, I want to bless people with equipment. I want to bless families, you know, with tires, this and that. Like, everything that, not saying that people can't afford, man, but life is getting tough. And I watch people on YouTube give back, and that's the most, like, blessingest thing for people can do for somebody who's maybe struggling or not struggling, but just have that wonderful feeling, you know, in life. Like, a stranger just came out of nowhere and blessed me. It's like, that's what I need to do for people, man. And for me to grind every day and do what I do for a living, man, it's like, I see people who need keys, can't afford it. Keys jacked up, tires jacked up. They want to put on the spare. The spare's no good. Like, do people actually care, man? Like, they just work, work, work. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to do, man. I just want to travel around the world and just help people, or just go around and visit different people, man. Like, who's on my channel, help them out for a day, you know, give them lockout kits, jacks, or even money, you know, because without YouTube, without people watching my channel, I can't get paid. So that's how I want to give back. And I felt bad that I couldn't film, man, but that's just the way it is. I know I help a lot of people with like the U-Haul, the Giro. If you guys don't got Roadside Protect, man, you guys need to get that. They pay by credit card. I'm still working on that Penske. They approved my contract, but I'm still waiting on them. But that's a part of business in life. So patience is key. But like I always tell myself, waiting on people can be a bad thing, because your bills still need to get paid. So you have to move on until they're ready. My next goal is to get my transit van and start putting my tire machines, which I got in my storage, on those transit vans to start back my mobile tire and get that rolling, because I just believe like the tire business for what I do in the city, what I'm in West Palm, it's a big city, especially the amount of call volume that I got, man. It'll be big. And I basically give my tires for wholesale. I'm just charging labor. That's it. So I'm not trying to beat nobody off the head. I'm just trying to make a living. I just want to be comfortable. I ain't trying to be rich. I don't need all the money in the world. I just want to bless people. That's all I want to do, man. I've been there. I've done that. I know how it is. I don't have it like that. But if I can bless somebody, I've done my thing. That's how I feel. But other than that, I've been doing roadside for about 2018, since 2018. Started the business, no, I started the business 2018, right? Yeah, 2018. I started Quick Pick. Um, Even though I go by MT Roadside, but I'm DBA Mr. Quick Pick, which they're basically all the way around the world. I do pay a loyalty fee for their name, which I don't agree with. I kind of regret it because now that I know like the business a little bit, I shouldn't even done that. Um, but it's a lesson learned. This is why I'm giving you guys all the contracts to start your business. If you guys need any help, man, you know, you can reach out on the channel or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm DBA Mr. Quick Pick, which I've been doing that since 2018. I got my first calls, like good calls, not like 2 or 3 a day, but when I started getting really calls, I think it was like my 3rd month when I started, because my calls when I started, I was mostly at night, just garbage calls. And if you guys know a Giro, when you first start, they don't give you calls like that. They would give you the garbage calls first to see what you gonna do. And a Giro works just like YouTube. I kid you not. They go by a algorithm. They do not dispatch their calls. Yeah, so it's just like YouTube, man. I kid you not. And this is how it took me a couple years to figure out this system of how they do it. They do have their parameters, like their system, how they go by percentages, which you want to be in that ballpark. And I'm so serious about it. When I learned it, because I usually didn't take calls at night, but I would set myself like 24 hours, but don't do no calls at night. You may hear my dog, man. He just got from a walk. But yeah, I won't take no calls at night, like probably like between 8 and 12. But when I realized like my calls wasn't the way how it was, I was like, let me figure this out. So I dropped my hours to like maybe 8 o'clock. Started doing all my calls. I noticed the trend was going up. Then I put it back to like 10 o'clock to see what it would do with the call volume. After that, once I start doing everything, my call volume started going up. I was at like 200 before. Then it was up like 220 and 230, then 240. It's like, just like YouTube, like when you get the viewers, you see it, and then the algorithm, it starts playing a part. But then this is the sneaky thing of what I did. And I'm gonna tell you guys this. I know you guys know what GOAs is. You guys get them all the time. But I'm finna tell you a secret. How I got my completion rate at between a 93 and sometimes a 98% in that ballpark. Remember, I'm only one guy, but I have 688 calls. The trick behind the GOAs, and I hope you guys listen, I only got 3 people, and that's fine. If you got a Giro, I need you guys to start doing this tonight, tomorrow, or Monday, whenever you start. When you get a GOA or somebody calls you and tell you that, hey, I got help, tell them no problem, I will get it canceled for you. Reason why I tell you that is because either you want to get paid $15 or you want to get paid 0. Me, I want to get my whole thing. Why? Because I'm in business and I'm here to make money. To join AAA. Yeah, you have to have that LSC and general liability insurance. I do have a guy that does that. And you probably gonna think I'm lying. I pay $97. I'm gonna say it again. I paid $97 for my general liability and commercial insurance. I kid you not. Um, your commercial insurance doesn't have to be with your car. This is what they don't tell you. And this is why I try to help people. And that's the best question what people need to understand where your cities and states. I stay in Florida, so you know everything's high up here. Um, but if you got that source, they would tell you the ins and outs because your insurance is not going to tell you. I'm kind of off topic, but I'm going to get back to what I'm saying. But that's the best question about the insurance. Just send me that comment and I will send you that phone number for him. He's basically a Mr. Quick Pick brand, but he helps people all over the world to get this general liability and commercial insurance for you guys at a cheaper price. I was paying like $1,000 a month for my commercial and general and liability, which I thought it goes by your car. It really doesn't. And this is what your insurance don't tell you. They just take your money just like everybody else. Yeah. So doesn't go by your car. I really can't like get detail and explain it, but I know for a fact like there's ins and out about the insurance. AAA, I don't have. I need AAA. Personally, I don't even think I can take on any more contracts for what I got. And I'm gonna be honest, and that's not no bragging rights. That's not being conceited. I'm getting older in life, and I'm trying to start the mobile tire business now again because I rushed it the first time, which it was making me money, but I got kind of like conceited with it, and I took it for granted. That's what I did. AAA is one of those contracts that's like Walmart. They will just flood you with calls depending on where you are. But it's hard I think it's hard to get in if you only one guy. That's my thing. With AAA, I think you need like 5 people. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But when I tried with them, it was like they was telling me that I need like 5 people. It was telling me about my trucks, how many trucks I need. They want 500K for general liability, but now I think they want $1 million policy just like everybody else. So yeah, somebody broke the bag and messed it up for everybody. But with a Giro, sometimes they do ask you for 300K. I don't know if you guys heard about that. If you look on a thing, sometimes it says 300K, but they do want a $1 million policy as well. But yeah, mostly every company want $1 million policy now. So back to the GOA things. Before I forget, like always. So when you get a person that cancel and they call you, or even if you show up to a job and you see it, or you see somebody working, like another service provider working on your job, and you are the person that's supposed to be there. Don't get discouraged. Just let them do their work. Let it stay there. They may call you, like the customer may call, like, hey, I got help. Just like, hey, don't worry about it. No problem. I cancel. If they cancel, then you know what? Sometimes you just SOL. It's fine. You're going to get a GOA. But if they don't, let it sit there for about 30 minutes to an hour. Go on your portal and then look at it. Watch you get full pay on a job that you got for a GOA. I kid you not. I do it every day. I hope Jiro ain't listening because I don't put them on notice. Oh, well. But yeah, do not get GOAs because your completion rate plays a part with them. And when I figured that out, my call volume skyrocketed up like crypto. Like I was at 300, then I went to 400, then I went to 500, then I went to 900. Then I dropped my hours again, and I'm still at 688 calls. Like, I kid you not. Let me actually show you. Let me get my tablet. See where I'm at right now on call volume, so that way not showing proof, but I'll show you my percentages. Give me 1 second. So, yeah, I believe I was at, last time I looked, I was at 688 or maybe 687. But I'm gonna look right now and figure this out. And then I can actually pinpoint who's ever on right now, definitely show you the metrics if you have it. If you already know, but you didn't know about it, I'll show you now. So I'm just loading that up on my tablet. Let's get the insights. Let's go to summary. Okay, so as you can see right here, I'm going into this right here, the acceptance rate. My acceptance rate is what, like at 35%. That's freaking awful, man, but they give me too many calls. So I don't care. I take the calls what I can. Nah, fresh water. I can't do salt water, man, for what I do for a living. And yeah, nobody takes care of it. Let's get this open. Yeah, so 35.8%. It is awful. I ain't gonna lie. So I need to do better, but I can't do every call. For right now, I got 244, 5,000, and 200, whatever. That's what I got for about 30 to 45 days with a Giro. That's just with them alone. I'm not adding in a U-Haul. I'm not adding in Roadside Protect. I'm not adding in anybody else that I do money for. So if I go down, I still have 437 calls that I can get. And this is my growth opportunity, what I can get. So you can combine that together. That's almost 1,000 calls still. Do they do 1099? Yeah, got to, man. It's your business, so you ain't gonna get away with it. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna go to jail. So this is my completion rate. So 93.6%. Do I do all my calls? Heck no. Do I get GOAs? Yes, I do. Do I sign off my GOAs? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, what's on paper, what they have on paper, this is my score. And that's how I get my my call volume like up there. So I just got paid. I need some of that. Dang. Man. Shoot. You just lost my train of thought, man. Shoot. Additional taxes. Dang, what additional taxes? What is that? I need to write that down. So, and then my NPS is at 96%. I mean 96, which is still good for a Giro because my call volume is still there. I think I'm in West Palm Beach, well, Palm Beach County. I'm in Lake Worth, so I'm in Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County is big. My wife is a doctor. Oh, I get it. Yeah. So, dang. That's some good money, man. That's some good money. Maybe you can go ahead and get that Porsche you want. You say you can afford it. So, hey, maybe you get that Porsche, man. I don't know. You know what? No, don't even stick to the Nissan because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it to sit in your garage, man. It's not worth it. I got a freaking BMW in my garage, which I don't freaking drive. If I do drive it, it's probably like 15 or maybe 10 miles at the most, and it's going back in the garage. So yeah, it ain't even worth it. And I regret for buying that car anyway. So, competitive. I'm at competitive rate, meaning I get $21 a call for a Giro. Nah, we drive a Nissan and a Honda. I have a Hellcat. Oh shoot. About a new you know what, man? Yeah. You the guy. Yeah, you the guy. You the guy. So this roadside, what you doing, Silver Commander, is a cover up, man. You doing something else behind the scenes. A Hellcat, that's $100,000 car, depending on what you got. What I guess what year and the shape and model of it. But that yeah, that's $100,000 car. So yeah, I think roadside is your cover up. Yeah, man. I hope you ain't doing nothing behind the scenes. If y'all, man, you let me know. I'm just saying, I need to get that bad. So my NPS dropped um, because of the days I didn't work. So even though you don't work and you on schedule, I don't work homeschool. Oh, okay. Um, Even though you're on the schedule sometimes and you can be off the schedule with a Giro, what you guys don't know, you still get docked on your performance when you're not working. So let's say if you have a day off like Sunday or Saturday or Monday, just one day off, your performance is still rolling no matter what because their algorithm, I believe, is thinking like we can send you calls, but you're not taking calls because you're off, but we still gonna put that through the system and knock you down. That's basically what it's doing. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to get that back up as competitive because I was competitive like 1, 2, and 3. That's you want to be competitive on that. This here, you want to stay below $2. I'm gonna say it again. You want to be below $2. The reason why I say that because it takes a toll on your call volume, and then it means that you're doing a lot additional add-ons, which a Giro is approving, and then they think that you're making all this money, and you're really not. The reason why I'm at competitive $21 because I use my Giro calls as my leads. And I had one person comment me, and I'm gonna tell you guys this that's on live. I never told anybody that motor clubs will make you rich. I never told anybody that motor clubs is gonna make you the most money in the world, like to make you, yeah, just to make you rich. That's what I'm trying to say. When I first started and said that I use motor clubs as leads, that's why I don't pay for cash calls because sometimes your leads for cash calls, you got a risk of them canceling and then, you just had to pay for a lead. That's just my opinion. Never said cash calls was bad. But if I can figure out a way like how I did, my battery cells, whatever, that's how I do it. But I had one person comment me. I don't know if it was a negative or positive, but I'm just letting people know that motor clubs, can you make it? Yeah. You can make it if you don't want to take no breaks in life or you don't want to take no day off and just drag your feet all day long and just work as a slave. You can definitely make it, but you're not going to enjoy your money. And this is why I took the opportunity to be at 21. And I took a gamble on that because I was at 2450 plus mileage. And when I was at 2450 plus mileage, they stopped my call volume. Like, in one day, I kid you not. When I was at 2450, I used to do about maybe 10 calls a day. I get mileage, so my checks was nice. When I say nice, it was nice. If I had out of area, I got out of area fee. I got all that. I got the whole mileage. I drive 700. So watching your videos help me be prepared. Heck yeah. So I don't drive as much as you, but I may be, let me see. If that's weekly, I may do maybe about 5 or 6, maybe between 4 and 6. 7 may be pushing it because I'm always in my area now. I don't go out of area no more. I don't do out of area calls because the Jiro doesn't pay me. So if you ain't gonna pay me for it, they just gonna sit there till tomorrow morning or find somebody. That's just how I feel. Um, but yeah, when I was at 2450, I was getting paid. My driving is for taking my life. Oh, word and high bird school to school. Gotcha. Oh yeah, so yeah, that can take a toll. How many cars you went through roadside? That's the question. How many cars did you go through for working with roadside? That's the other question I want to ask people. Um, but yeah, I went through 3 regular cars. That's why I got the police interceptor, and it's been working wonders for me. Um, Heavy duty brakes, hard on the engine. Um, Even though it's a Ford Explorer, I don't think it has the much space, and they have a lot of blind spots. I guess that's why they have that camera that's on the rear view. But it's a lot of blind spots on them Ford Explorers, which I don't like. But yeah, that's why I went with the Interceptor. But yeah, I was at 2450, getting 10 calls, getting paid. I like your setup. Man, my setup is all over the place. We can't talk about setup when you made a short video of everything neat and clean, like you were just moving into a place, man. Can't no. I thought Roadside Tech Tips vehicle was neat. Man, you got him beat, man. You can eat a piece of bologna meat off your setup. That's how clean your setup is. And then you got the air on board tank nozzle that's on the side. So I thought that was pretty neat. And I need to do that to my vehicle, but I'm getting a transit van, so I don't wanna I don't think I wanna put too much money into that interceptor anymore because I'm on to my next phase now. So but yeah, when they figure out that I was making so much money, they stopped me that next morning and I got a phone call from headquarters. And he told me, this is what he told me. He said, you can be at 2450 flat, no mileage, or you can be at competitors rate, flat, no mileage. I only had 2 alternatives to do, but I couldn't be on the payment that I was doing because I was making too much money, which I guess what it means that since I was making that money and the money that was what they was profiting, I was taking too much of that. So they wasn't really making money. So that's what I got out of it. So he let me think about it for about a day. Then I was like, you know what? Let me just go to 21. And I kid you not, he put me at 21 less than a minute. Yeah, you do, man. So that way I know how to do it on my transit van. Yeah, so he put me at 21. Like the next minute, I was $21, no mileage. So that means anywhere I go, I didn't really know the information about like the info with the 21, what it does. I was going 30 to 40 miles out my way to realize that I wasn't getting paid mileage or out of area fee. And I quickly stopped that crap. Then that's when I figure out that I noticed that I need to find a way how to make money on this, man, because I'm I'm working like a slave and I ain't getting no calls. Because at the time, I think I was getting like maybe 100 to 200 calls, if that. But this was what I think 2020 when I was working on this Ajiro thing, and it took me some time to figure this out because I'm like, I can't give up because if I give up, I really ain't gonna have no calls. I didn't have like U-Haul at the time, so that good money, getting paid $200 a call, wasn't there for me. So I had to do what I had to do. So when I realized that, looking at my scores, and they send you emails like, make sure you pay attention to your scores, this and that. So I'm like, why they keep sending emails? I gotta go watch your videos. What's the day this week? Cool, man. So I was like, why they keep posting that crap on email? Like, what's the problem? I'm like, dude, that is a sign. Nah, I'm well, man. I'm just trying to make sure that if I go back out there, man, that I'm not trying to get back in my house for another 5 days. So, because I'm trying to get back to doing the work. I did a full shift yesterday from 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m. That's what I did yesterday, and my body was all over the place. So today I only did a battery and a battery terminal today, and that was it because I couldn't take it. But Monday, I think I should be on and popping on Monday. But I did challenge myself the other day to see what I can do, and it went okay. Did a couple tire jobs. I want to make sure that my ankle and leg, well, I guess my shin area can, I guess, balance itself without hurting so much. So I kind of did well, but I think I took a toll for working the whole shift yesterday. But yeah, so when I figured out about this freaking Enduro thing, man, it just started coming. It started coming. And that's when I realized, like, shoot, how one person can get 900 calls for one person. And then my territory, what is my territory? I'm so sorry. I need to show you my territory call volume, and I need to show you my call volume when I'm making for the 45 days. So let's go back and let's go to content. Let's go to vehicle insight. So basically, I don't know if you can see that. So basically, I did like 11 Enduros yesterday. I did 15.7, blah, blah, blah. I take the calls what I can because I still do other motor clubs too. So, and U-Hauls and all that. I'm not going to let no high payment job go to waste. I'm going to take that crap and I'm going to get paid. So this is basically my call volume, right? This is what I got in my territory. 1,174. This is what I get. 676. I'm only one dude. And this is why I say do not sign off on that freaking GOAs. If you sign off on that GOAs, your NPS drop and your completion drop. If your completion rises, it's telling the Enduro database, whatever, like, shoot, homeboy can do his calls. Homeboy can get more calls. We need to feed him. That's basically what it's doing. So I have my slow days with them. I say like Wednesday, I maybe did like 8 calls with them. It was slow. But at the end of the day, for the days that I work, I'm mostly getting between 20 to 25 calls with them every day for that 30 to 45 days. So you guys do the math. Can I make it alone with a Enduro? Yeah, because I'm doing the add-ons. Do I just want to do a Enduro calls? No, that's not the way how it's supposed to work. If I do that, then I think that they gonna own me, and I don't want to have them like that, and I would get like complacent, and then I won't be able to be free with myself. And this is why I think I need to do my van and make my own money off of Enduro, like how I'm doing them with the batteries and everything else and the keys. Speaking of keys, I'm not a locksmith. I'm nowhere near a locksmith. Did somebody teach me how to do keys? Nope. When I did have somebody like try to teach me, they'll teach you bits and pieces. And this is what I don't understand, like, about the world, man. Like, why is it so hard for people to share? Why is it so hard for people to help one another to make money in this world, which, and then people tell people like there's not enough money in this world, or it's money is scarce, and it's really not. Everybody's still driving their cars. Everybody still need tires. Everybody still need batteries. Everybody still need keys. All that. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to help people out. He taught me bits and pieces, like just like the basic. So I started off with a key cutter duplicator, and for $100 on eBay. And that worked it wonders, started making money off that. So I went and bought me a key machine for $2,000. When I bought that key machine for $2,000, this was the time when some of these locksmiths started to troll me because, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. Some of them laughed at me when I went into the key store, like buying keys, like, oh, here comes the locksmith, sarcastically. Like, hey, that's cool. But at the end of the day, I'm freaking making money, ain't I? And I don't even know nothing. So yeah, I kind of taught myself a little bit, and I got one guy that lives by me. He teach me things every now and then if I call him, but I know he has his own thing. So he always told me like, bro, if you ever get stuck, it's gonna come to you because you figure things out. You just need to know, and it'll just come to you when you start doing these keys. So I bought my key programmer for about 700. I bought that just to do BMW battery registrations, to be honest with you. And then I started doing keys with it, which was crazy. Um, yeah, ever since then, I've been learning keys on my own. That's why in some of my videos, like when I mess up on keys, it's not because I try to, it's because some of these cars I don't even know. But I'm going with the flow on the process, just like on the last video on a Toyota that I did. The last video on a Toyota that I did, I picked up the wrong key, and because I had the right key in my freaking car, but I just needed him to scan it to make sure it was the right key for this car, and it was. And I had two keys locked, and I just didn't realize that one of them had a hatch and my key didn't. But I didn't realize that until I started cutting. I'm like, man, this key don't look right. So sometimes I forget when I start working, because once I'm in my zone, it's like I forget about everything. I'm here to do my job, and I need to get out and focus on my next job. Because sometimes I get calls back to back to back to back, and it can ruin your focus. And that's probably what happened why I took that key by mistake, and I cut it. But he gave me another key. I'm still waiting on them to call me so I can make that key for them. But usually how it happens, if you didn't make it the first time, sometimes, man, it's hard to get them back. That's the problem. And I don't want to keep begging somebody for a key. I'll just wait on them. But that's basically how I started keys. Like, just when people tell you that you can't do nothing in life, man, or not like in that part, but like, hey, man, this is too hard, man. It's gonna take you a while to do this and do that. It's like they're telling you like, I don't want you to do it. Or they could be afraid that you may come up in life and start taking their money, which you're not taking their money, because a customer can go to anybody because it's their money, first of all. So they're gonna go to anybody who they choose. That's how I feel. But yeah, I don't get any training on keys, nothing like that. I try to stick to what I know. If I do have trouble, I look on YouTube, because YouTube University is the key to everything. They have everything on there what you need. for making whatever to learning how to change a tire. So, yeah, YouTube can be your best friend. But that's basically how I started with keys. But far as me and business wise, going back to that, I was only doing it for the money. And when I realized like that ain't the way to go, because it's like people see you, and when they feel that vibe, like, hey, dang, you can't go down $5 for me. It's only $80. I only got seven. Nah, man, I can't do that, bro. It's like people realize that, and they kind of back off, and they feel that vibe, like, yeah, man, you ain't about nothing. You ain't trying to help me. You're trying to feed your pockets, and that's it. Like, when I realized that, man, start looking at my own videos and watching people, you know, salute me how I treated them. That's when I realized, like, yeah, I need to change my scenery, because I actually got a positive thing going. And if I'm trying to build my own foundation, then I need to change myself first. But I watch other people videos, and that's how I get inspired, this and that. But it's like I seen people charging to get contracts, and like, let's say you bought the contract for $30, and then you don't get the contract. Like, you just wasted $30, man. Like, come on, bro. So I had to think about that too. And after that, it was like, no, man, Mav, just freaking help people, bro. Like, things gonna come together. You gonna get what you need, man. But some people in this world just need an extra guidance in life to make it if they trying to do this roadside, because I don't think most people agree with me when I say roadside is easy. No, when roadside is not easy, I'm sorry. Because if you don't know nothing, you don't have any sources. If you have the money, then it's fine. But if you going in here broke, this job will drain you. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can mess up your pockets. So that's the only reason why I say roadside is not easy for people who is trying to make it in this business, especially they don't have no type of freaking people to help them, or they just get them to run around. And that's like the same thing with these people that run like these multi-billion-dollar companies that run a roadside, but they can't do their own work. I don't understand that. But you need me to do your work for you to make your money. But you pay me and nickel and dime me, which I understand is a business, but I get none of your incentive. You could be making $80 on that call while you paying me 15. And then you probably have 20 drivers. So you multiply that every freaking day, you making a killing while you on your yacht. And you calling me like you're working on a car. So yeah, that's the reason why I gave those contracts for free, because these shady roadside companies that nickel and dime you and take your money for real, I'm trying to get those people out. Because it makes the people who's actually trying to do good in life, it make us look bad. And then when we're trying to sell something that you actually need, they say no, because they already had a bad experience in life because somebody sold them a battery and then it went bad, and then they didn't honor the warranty. It's like, can't be found. Like crap like that. So that's why I do it for free, man. Anything, I don't need people to pay me for consultation. No, just look at the videos, bro. I'm here to guide you, not help you. You're gonna help yourself to get your money. I'm just trying to make sure that my commercial insurance, 1 million, 2 million payment per month. Is that? No. That is not normal. What state are you in? First of all, that's what I used to pay. What state are you in? Georgia. No, you should be paying lower. Yeah, you comment you comment today on my channel, man. So I got your info. I'm gonna send you that his contact number. His name is John, and he'll give you a quote. And if you're paying 1,000 right now, just for an example, bro or girl, I don't know. Um, if he can get you down to 300, he's saving you $700, bro. So that's how I take it, because I didn't think he was gonna get me down that low. I did had to put down 900 for my down payment to get it to be like a double-digit number a month for payment. So keep that in mind. I did put like $900 down for my insurance payment to get it down to $97. But yes, $1,000. That's how much I was paying monthly. And then what I would do, because I'm Maverick, I would call back my insurance the next month and tell them to put me down to the lowest amount of insurance that I can get, because a Giro of them, they only want your paperwork. I kid you not. They only want your paperwork. Once they got your paperwork in, you're good to go. You can lower that crap down if you want to. I'm just saying, you don't got to take the bad advice, but I'm here to save my money. I'm just saying. Yeah, I think of anything what I can do to save money, because I'm not rich, man. I'm just trying to get comfortable. But yeah, I will give you that number to him, man. He helps anybody and everybody. He's a real good dude. He runs the Mr. Quick Pick brand, but he'll definitely get you in and save you some money. But $1,000 is not normal. Whoa! Yeah, no. And then you got to watch out for that non-insurance thing for the customers you help. You do not have to choose that. So you always want to put non-insurance for the next person, and that can lower your payment too. These insurance people don't tell you that. They just take your money. And then a Giro doesn't tell you that what commercial insurance that you need. That's the sad part. You out here spending your hard-earned money and you can't get a little bit of help. But no, I don't think that's normal, man. I know insurance, like, it goes by your sometimes your credit score a little bit too, but still, he still will help you get lower. Because I think D-Man asked me, and he got a quote, and I think he was paying about 1,000, and he got him down to $300 a month. That's $700. So if you was paying $1,000 a month already, and you had no problem with it, then you definitely ain't gonna have a problem saving $700 a month. So you can do some other stuff with that money. Oh, then you should be good. When you say good, you mean like it's in like in the 7s or 6 or 8s. Because you know how some people is, when they say good, some people, oh, bro, you are excellent. You are phenomenal. You are awesome. So you definitely gonna get a good rate from him. Your down payment may be a little up there, but that's about it. Once you clear that down payment, it's gonna be a breeze, I think. But don't quote me, because I'm not the insurance guy. I'm just that guy, just giving you a little pointer. But yeah, he'll definitely help you out, because I was paying that much. I kid you not. I was paying about $1,000 a month. And every time that month came, man, I was always upset. Like, didn't want to talk to nobody. Came in the house, rude. I just had to give away money for no reason. And then I just asked him, because another guy in Fort Pierce, yeah, another guy in Fort Pierce used him, and he sent me a text that he pays $105. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I just took a chance on it and I dropped my insurance that next month, and my insurance had to reimburse me back the money what I gave them for that following month. So yeah, it could be a win-win situation, man. These people just don't tell you that crap, which I don't understand why they don't tell you stuff. But that's just the way how the world works, man. You know, they're here to get money. I think the agent was setting me up like a token. Yep. You do you? Yeah, because you don't need garage keeper because you don't tow. I hope you don't tow. So if you tow, you need that. But if you only doing roadside, you don't need anything like that. You got to remember that's how they get paid too. So yep. So yeah, if you don't tow, you don't need that at all. You don't need it because all you doing is basically paying him, um, basically to get that meal from Red Lobster every other day. Um, when you take that payment every month. So yeah, you don't need that because with John, the roadside guy, he's gonna tell you straight up with a quote. He's not gonna keep you on the phone. He's gonna give you the info, what he's gonna explain it to you. Then he'll give you either a call back, a text, or an email with a quote, and you decide. He's not gonna try to sell you something or be this little sales guy on the floor and show you brochures that you need this. He's just gonna let you know, like, hey, it's either you with me or you're not. That's basically how it is. But he'll definitely save you some money. I kid you not. So yeah, man, you definitely. I'm trying to find his number now because I'm on my other phone because I want to text you that his number. So, or is it on this phone that I'm filming on? I have no idea. But yeah, you got to get that commercial insurance on point because it'll definitely save you some money. Like seriously. So you do have a Giro, right? So yeah, if you have a Giro and you paying that type of money, man, it ain't it ain't worth it. That's why. Oh, that's why I've been on hold. Exactly. That makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Man, if I would have met you a long time ago, I would have told you to pay for that insurance and then drop it the next 10 days. That way, as long as a juror sees it, and then you make, because right, what they do now, the um, the motor clubs, they actually call your insurance now to make sure that you have the right insurance when you first come in. Every time when you need to renew your insurance, they call them now. Because most people, what I did, will drop their insurance and then put it back up. And you still can do that. They just want to call to verify and have your insurance send over the file to them instead of you sending over the file because certain people know how to do the fraudulent insurance and don't have it. They know how to do the paperwork. So that's what they're trying to eliminate. But yeah, I just would have dropped the insurance to like 100K and paid like 300. That's what I used to do back then. Cause I can't afford to give a Giro or anybody $1,000 out of my own money, what I just worked for. And I'm sitting up here waiting on calls for you. No, can't do it. So yeah, and then you don't pay that much as it is, but it's not their fault. Like I said in one of my videos, it's a business. So a business has to make money. So you can't get the most out of it, but a Giro do has perks about their add-ons, like their luxury handling fee. You can get $20 to $25 out of that. You got highway hazard fee, which you're working on I-95 or a turnpike. You can get $25 out of that. You have waiting time fee. You can get $30. What I heard, Yeah, that's what it used to be. But they switched it up because I think they kicked out a couple of these sorry behind service providers that can't do no work to save their life. And a lot of people was, well, in my city, I guess, a lot of people was doing comebacks because a person can't change a tire or they'll strip a lug nut or the freaking tire just fell on the ground or they broke a not broke, but they scratched up a door, or they can't get into the car, or they bashed a window on a Corvette. So yeah, that's in my state what I do, what I have to deal with. So I think that's why they raised it up to like that to eliminate all these bad people. I use I use that coverage on my regular bike. Yeah, some of these motor clubs, man, they will accept that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. With you all, I never showed them my insurance. I never showed them. And they took me on and I think D Man, um, when he seen my video and I told him just to fill it out, they accepted him and they just asked him like, hey, just show your insurance later. And they took him right on. So I think he started making money right away before he even gave insurance. Because some of these states, especially in Georgia, shoot, I think Georgia is one of them states where these U-Hauls, where you can make some serious cash if you don't got it yet. So, uh, yeah, you can make some serious cash if you don't got it. They pay between 165 to 200 in the daytime. Then you got nighttime. They can pay you between 220 to $300. And I'm talking about a lockout can be $200 at night. Think about it, man. Um, and then you have if you don't have roadside protect, roadside protect is pretty big if you do their calls consistently. I get a call from them about every other day. Um, they pay by credit card. So, and they pay you $55 and sometimes even more. And not only that, you can ask for mileage after 10 miles and get your money on top of that for $1.25. They will approve it. There's money here, man, but just people don't tell you. Um, but I do get like troll, like for instance, I already had one dude come to me. This is not in the comments. Was telling me about how I do motor clubs. I ain't gonna make it, this and that. I've been making it for about since 2020 and counting on motor clubs with no cash costs. I used to pay for cash costs like 400 and some dollars, but I can't afford $2,500 a month just to get cash costs. But I've been making it since and doing my add-ons like that. So I don't know what he talking about, but I do got one person that watch my videos that always gives me a thumbs down. Like anything what I do, I get a thumbs down from him. So, and I think it could be him, man. So I don't know. But yeah, I always get a thumbs down from one person. So I don't know. But yeah, if you don't got U-Haul in Georgia, man, try to get that. Tow truck guys don't like mother. Yeah, they don't. They do look at you sideways when you show up. They hate doing tire changes, boy. I tell you that, because they'll throw your car in the tow truck in a heartbeat instead of changing that tire. I had one incident. This was like 2 years ago at night for a lockout. Um, Homeboy wanted to fight me for a lockout, man. Like, I'm setting up, about to do it. He pulling up around the corner. Man, I thought he was in NASCAR the way how he drove that thing in. And the customer looking at me, I was like, I don't know who that is, but just back up a little bit. He came out. It's like, this is my job. This is my job. I'm like, bro, you know what? Take it. All means necessary, take it. But at the end of the day, if that job is assigned to you, you get paid full credit because either he was late and the motor club dished it out to you, so that's why you got the job. Just let him do it because you're gonna get full pay, and that's the rules. You can call him in, and this was an enduro call. I let him do the work, called a Giro. It was like, don't worry about it, you get full pay. Let him open up your door, man, and get paid because he didn't get paid. So I just let him do my work for free, and I left. That's it. So any like damage claims or whatever, it will still go on him because he actually did the work. So they do have records of that because he signed it off. But at the end of the day, they signed the call to you. So you get full pay. But yeah, I had incidents with tow trucks, man. It's like, they're unbelievable lazy sometimes, which is crazy. But I mean, we still got a couple good roadside people that's out here. But like in my area, I only deal with another Mr. Quick Pick that's in Fort Pierce. That's basically who I talk to. As far as anything else that's out here, I can't say anything good about any other roadside company. And that's sad. What I see on videos, yeah, that's the only thing I can see good on videos. But as far as people that's out here that's doing work, I can't say nothing good about it because I came up to people, man, and they can't open up the door because they don't know how to pull the handle. Most of these new cars, you pull the handle to open up the door, and instead of trying to match the unlock button, the power button, like if it didn't work the first time, the second time, or the third time, why do you think it's gonna work the fourth time? Like, have you ever thought about pulling the handle? So I just don't understand. And then that's why I say like some of these multi-million-dollar clubs, well, companies, they don't train people. They're only here to make money. So if you can make them money, they're your best friend. If you ain't making them money, they're gonna be your worst enemy. That's just how I feel about them. So they don't care nothing about you. They'll work you to death and tell you if you tired, hey, go drink a Gatorade and bounce back up, man. Go get hydrated. We need you out there, buddy. Yeah, they're your best friend when you're making the money. So when I was working at Papa Lock before they went haywire and got bad, they was good. I could have stayed at Papa Lock for the rest of my career until they switched over managers. And homeboy came in like my guy was basically giving me, ooh, shoot. How was that? Man, wow. Well, do you work on motor clubs and how many contracts do you have? And what's your main contract, should I say? Not how many contracts do you have. What is your main contract that you do? Because I know every state is different. And like for an example, a Giro is good with me down in Palm Beach County. NSD, they're not so good. But in South Carolina, they're banging down there. For what I heard, I do got a friend that lives in South Carolina. He does NSD all day long down there, and he actually get paid $30 a call plus mileage, which is crazy. And they only paid me 22 plus mileage. So yeah, the more contracts, the merrier. It'll make you more money, but just in case one fall down. But yeah, if you only have one contract, man, and trying to make it in roadside, yeah, you're gonna be lost, like lost. It'll make you want to slap somebody. But yeah, I did start. I started working at Sears before I did roadside. When Sears was great back then, um, I was in the automotive department, changing tires, doing alignments, doing struts, all that crap. I think that's how I was actually kind of skilled with my hands to do what I needed to do with the lockouts and stuff. So it didn't take me long to know the system. So, and then once they put me live in Pop-A-Lot, man, I was like, the best thing, this is the best thing in the world for me because I worked on commission instead of hourly. So I got paid per call. So I'm thinking that what I was getting paid per call, I don't have no oh shoot. My boy had contracts. Oh, how do you get the police rotation? That is, yeah, because people ask me about, I had one sheriff dude ask me about police rotation. I was like, I don't even know how to get into that. I know they have like a cleanup crew. You can be a cleanup crew for an accident behind a tow truck. I know I can do that, but I don't even know how to get started with the police rotation. Yeah, that's a good thing. Police rotation. But yeah, you got no contracts, man, and your boy, yeah, you doing good. You doing good. But why? Oh, okay. But why you paying? My thing is, why you paying $1,000 a month on the insurance if you got no motor club contracts? Is it? Well, I guess it's because you need the insurance for your business. That makes sense. Okay. Never mind. I answered my own question. I tell you, boy, I can't make this stuff up. Yeah, I get it now. But yeah, if you doing jobs like that and you're trying to get into motor clubs, I guess the question for yourself or what you're gonna have to answer is like where your motor club's job's gonna fit in if you're getting calls like that. That's the thing. So I don't think it'll be, I can't say that because it's just my opinion. A Giro's is like the top brand motor club. And if you fall with them, it's like you going in the back of the line, like you ain't at the back of the line, you just in a closet. And they just close the door on you. You can't get out if you don't do their calls. That's basically how they treat you. So, and you just looking at the window, ask, can you go outside? So, yeah, they do have, a Giro's the only one that has like a lot of stipulations. NSD, Roadside Protect, Urgently, Honk, all of them are very like leeway. Like you can be late on a call, there'll be a slap on the wrist. But with a Giro, man, they bring out that belt, bro. Like, yeah, you getting a whooping. They will punish you and like lower your scores, pretty much. So that's the thing with them, and I think that's why they have people doing their work because they're strict on their standards. They got high standards, and their customers, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't, I ain't gonna say they believe in a tech work like their providers. They just want their providers to be on point. Like if you're gonna have this contract, you need to be on my point. I'm not gonna have you do what you want to do, basically. What they're trying to say. When you sign up, when you're on, you're gonna do what I do. If you don't do what I do, I'm gonna dock you. That's pretty much how they do it. So if you don't believe it, I tell you, man, when I stayed here for about 5 days, my calls went down. So I know for a fact how it works. If you get a lot of GOAs, your calls going down. You get a bad score in your survey, your calls is going down. Like everything works only on good terms with them. If you're a good person that got calls, man, they feed you. That's just the bottom line how they do. And the problem with that is, it's like, it's the multi-billion-dollar people with these companies that got roadside, and they got other people doing their work, which I'm not mad of, but half of the time they don't do their work and they still sign it off. So you just have to be like them sometimes, because they don't get in trouble for it. So you have to do the same thing to get by sometimes. That's just how I feel. But I mean, other than that, I wouldn't know how to do anything else if it ain't working like with light duty cars. Like if I went to go apply for a job right now, I wouldn't even know what to do. So I haven't worked for anybody since maybe 2013. So, and I've been on my own. So for me to go back into four walls, that's like jail, man. So yeah, I wouldn't even know how to act. That's like asking a crackhead to go in rehab, check themselves in, and just have the shakes all day long. So yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. But that's the whole point, where you gotta figure out, like, what's the next steps in life, man, like on your journey with roadside. Like what can you do to provide money on your own? But if you don't have contracts and you making money like that, man, bro, you blessed. I kid you not. Because with the contracts, if you just get the motor clubs, you just adding more money for yourself. So, and that's the crap what I'm trying to get done for myself, to add my mobile tire setup to my motor clubs. And Ajero do tire changes, actually. Roadside Protect do. They actually pay for one tire at Roadside Protect. They pay you about $165 change out. So, and they reimburse you on the tire. So they have to pay for the tire. They pay you a call out fee, and they pay you for your labor. And they deal with the AT&T and FPNL trucks. So yeah, man, it's money all over the place. If you ask questions with these motor clubs, it's money all over the place. I kid you not. But yeah. But yeah, I do need to get on that police rotation, man. I think that's the way to go. I got basically give me a robot card, started paying like. Oh, what is the rollback cost? 2017 Ford F550 rollback to work. Oh, that's a big truck. Okay, yeah, bro. I need the info for the insurance. How to get those contracts. I got the contracts in one of the videos. I can't even tell you which video it is, but it's in one of them. I took a screenshot of it. I got to go back and look at it, because it took me a while to find it, because it's in one of my emails when I first started with Mr. Quick Pick. And I regret for paying Mr. Quick Pick monthly. I only pay like $150, but still. The crap that I know now, man, I guess it's a lesson learned. I don't know. But yeah, I can definitely send you that number over once I find that number too. But dang, you drive a 2017 F550. Man, that's a big boy. Lord. I do got a battery contract, 1-800 battery. They're in Georgia too. I don't know if you like to change batteries. They pay between $50 and $100 a call as well. Installation, I guess. I have that as well. I just did one battery with them today on a Nissan Versa. That was like $50. And then I did a battery terminal, which you charge your own pricing. I charge him $125, not because I wanted to. It's because it's my call out. I charge my call out fee plus the parts and the labor. It's still a service fee, how I think about it. So if you're going out there for $75, charge your service fee, and you pay for your parts and whatever. So yeah, I made $125 changing out a positive terminal. So yeah, I do that money. Yeah, man, just never know when it's slow, man. Everything has its backup. You always got to have a plan B. That's how I think about it. Because if you ain't making no money, man, bills don't stop, bro. They don't care. You need to pay it. So, yeah, one contract just don't do. Even though it can be that contract that's making you the most money, everything has its downfalls and slow days. But yeah, 1-800 battery, you can Google them and call them and give them my name, Maverick. They will know who you're talking about. That's all you gotta do. Say my name, like, hey, Maverick gave me like the info to get into being a tech for 1-800 battery. And you may just be on like the same day or something. They do ask for like commercial and general liability insurance because you are a legitimate contractor for them. So they may ask you for that, but I don't think they want $1 million policy like everybody else. But I've been with them for about 4 or 5 years now. So I can't complain. I did take a break with them because they were sending me too much work and I couldn't handle it. That's when I figured out the Giro thing, and I couldn't handle all the work it was giving me. So I just took a leave of absence and came back like 3 or 4 months or so, and I started back with them. But yeah, they're a good company to work for. Just make sure you get all your money out, because sometimes they do make mistakes. Like if you're doing a BMW, that is battery change, that is a difficult labor. And you got to register the battery, so you got to make sure that they pay you right, because sometimes in the payment department, they'll pay you for a regular battery because they ain't doing this type of work. So not saying they don't care, they just don't know. So make sure you just tell them in the notes, I guess. But I mean, I had no problems with them. They pay me. Sometimes I get paid the same day or the next day on my jobs. So they do have this like payment app where you can get your funds the next day. So that's what I love about them. I get my money on the spot. Shoot, can't beat that. But other than that, I normally don't do, I only do U-Haul, a Giro, Roadside Protect, and some NSDs. I do got the Allstate Good Hands app, but I do urgently a little bit too, but I rarely do them. You need software. Yeah. So if you get an Alltel 508, it has it has everything that you need to register a battery. The most batteries you're gonna do, I don't know about the Mercedes particular, because I don't register the Mercedes, but you can do the Audis and Volkswagens. I just learned how to do that. The BMWs, I've been knew how to do that because I paid $500 for somebody to change a battery out of my BMW. thinking that I was gonna get a BMW battery, and they freaking put an AGM diehard um, battery in my car and charged me 500 and did the registration, which I thought was a complete ripoff. But lesson learned, that's why I bought my programmer and started learning how to register batteries. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting a BMW battery. The lithium battery, what they sell, and I popped that cover off. It was an AGM diehard AGM battery platinum, which was crazy. $500. But yeah, the BMWs, the Audis, the Volkswagens. They say some of the Fords, the new Fords, you got to register now. The guy in Fort Pierce is teaching me how to do that. He's going to show me a little video to do those. I didn't even know that you had to register those. But yeah, Autel 508. You can Google that. The place who has that is U as an umbrella, H as in hat, UHS, S as in Sam Hardware. They're the ones that sell keys, but it's a key programmer too, but it has the built-in software for the battery management system. So that's how I used to program my keys. But yeah, other than that, those are Autel 508 copy. Yep. So I think it costs about 600 or 700. It is worth the money because you can program key fobs. You can't cut a key, but if you got a fob like a Nissan or a Honda Civic and a customer need a key program, bro, you can program keys on the spot now. And you can charge like 100 or like 70 to $100 to program a key because it tells you step by step what to do. A fifth grader can do it. So as long as you can read, you can program a key. The only thing it is, if you have the wrong key, then that's the only thing what happens. It ain't gonna work, that's all. So that's the only thing I have to figure out when I'm making these keys sometimes. I get the wrong keys because you know how certain years be cross years and that's not the right key. So I have to look at the manufacturer date when the car is made to make sure I get the right key, or it can be a LS, ES, blah, 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 all these different models. I use I don't even know the name of it. Let me look it up. But I use the most basic key machine that you can get on the market, and it doesn't break down like all these other freaking key machines that they have to go put in service shop like it's a car and pay $500. My key machine never broke at all. So I'm looking it up right now. Let's see, key machines. Let's go locksmith. Yeah, I never had a problem with my key machines. Automatic key cutters, yeah. And mine's work by Bluetooth. I hope they still sell it. I'm looking it up. Shoot, I can't find it. I hope they still sell it. Key machines, key programmer. Gotta be key machines. Manual. No, it's automatic. Oh, I don't think they sell it anymore. me see if I can Google it. Oh, it gotta be here. I think it's called like an SP something. Because it's not like the most expensive, but it does the job. Let's do key machine Bluetooth. Here we go. That's the key machine I use. It's called, let's visit. Bluetooth. It don't even say the name on it. That's that's how. Oh, SECE9. That's what it is. SECE9. That's what I use. So it does all keys lost. You can get the code. This one here has the tablet. I don't have the tablet. Mine's work off Bluetooth, but it look exactly like that. So yeah, it's called a S as in Sam, E as in Eric, C as in cat, dash E9, E as in Eric, number 9. Best equipment I invested in, man. So this one here costs $2,400. I paid for mine like $2,000 on mine. I think I got mine on sale. But still work no matter what. Cut keys like a breeze. But man, appreciate guys who was on my live. I don't even think I meant to be on live like that. But yeah, Chicago Bulls game's about to come on. Yep, that's SEC E9. SEC E9. E-E9. So then you probably want to Google it to make sure you get it. It's like a yellow machine. Yeah, SEC E9. So it has everything you need as far as parts, the key blades for the cutter, the key cutter blades, should I say, the instructions. You don't want to get the tablet kind. You stay away from that because the tablet breaks. You want to get the Bluetooth, the one that works off your phone. Those are the ones that stays healthy and don't break. Because the tablet like heats up and die out and burn out on those. I've seen people replace those for like 150, and then not only that, they got to replace the motherboard of it. So, and that's another $100, and then you got to do the labor. So you walking into a key shop and they charging you $600 just to do that part for labor. So yeah, stay away from tablets. Just get a Bluetooth machine, work off your phone, get the app. It works best. That way you don't have to spend on unnecessary money on crap that you don't need to pay for. Because I never bought my key machine to the store to get it fixed, to get it calibrated, anything. The only thing that I lost, because I'm Maverick, is one of the little pieces, and I just got the machine 3 days. I lost one of the pieces, and it cost me $500, and I had to buy the whole part for $500. That's the only thing. It's like a little piece to hold the key. I don't know where I put it, but I lost it. And it's like they don't sell just that little piece. You got to buy the whole piece, and it's 500. So everything is a markup with them because they know that you make money on keys. That's why they do it. So yeah, don't buy any tablet. Just buy Bluetooth. Work off your phone. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna figure out that those police rotations. I heard about that for years, man, and you just brought that up. Um, I'm gonna figure that out because I actually got a sheriff station right by me. So I'm gonna walk in there. Even though I drive a cop car, man, they may think I'm one of them. I'm the brothers. But yeah, I'm gonna walk in there and figure that out and see if I can get on with that because yeah, that's definitely can be a game changer as far as like work wise. Wait a minute, but how does that work? Like what kind of calls they give you? Like if a person is stranded on a turnpike or something and then they have to pay your price? So they just give out your number or they just wait for you to come? Ah, good man, good. I'm just another dude trying to make other people make it, man, cause this world ain't getting no easier, man. It's getting crazy. And we got the craze coming out too. So yeah, they getting out. They starting as kids now. So yeah, man. I'm just here to share that money, man. I'm trying to get my bag as well, but not only me. I want other people to get their bags too. But yeah, man, the Bulls game is about to come on at 8. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. Yeah, I just got done cleaning my tank probably like 3 hours ago. Got that done. Ordered pizza for the game. I'm finna get down and watch this game, man. I'm a diehard Bulls fan, especially Derrick Rose, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, you know, all of them. Yeah, I'm gonna get down and watch this game. Hopefully, I should be back to work on Monday with content. Hopefully, I get some good content. It's been a while since I filmed, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but man, appreciate police rotation and some more. Oh, yeah, I own tow. And I ain't trying to get into towing. So, yeah, don't gotta worry about me. Don't gotta worry about me then. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get ready and get this game. The game come on at 8. So I'm gonna get myself hyped, get myself fed, feed these fishes because they're getting a little too active because I got this water temperature like at 78. So yeah, their metabolism going crazy right now. So I'm gonna feed them, get them going, turn off this light, let them boys go to sleep. When you have a chance, I got you, man. I ain't forget, I already wrote it down in my phone because I'm that type of guy where I just have that ADHD or something and just go do something else. But I wrote it down in my phone. So I got you. So as soon as when I get off here, I'm gonna text you on in the comments on YouTube and you will have it. So, and I'll figure out the contracts too on which video, or I don't want to tell either. That's why I told you, my boy. Oh, gotcha. Hey. Oh, so that's why it's an F550. I thought you were just driving that around like a regular truck, Like, dude doing an F550 doing roadside. It's like, hey, man, that couldn't be me. But I'm like, hey, you ain't worrying about the gas. It must be diesel. Yeah, yeah, so, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna find out that number for you. I'm gonna find out about the insurance contract. Even if I can just put it in a video that I do Monday, and that video may come out on Wednesday or Tuesday. Yeah, let me see. I may have a video that's coming out tomorrow. I can probably add it into that. So it'll be on one of those videos, man, with all the contracts and numbers. Some of these contracts are not available no more because they merged, like a Giro merged with Road America. Quest merged with NSD. So some of those you don't even have to do applications for. So NSD may pick up for Quest. A Giro may pick up for Road America, vice versa, or whatever. So some of them merged together. So, you know, they're still in business, but some of them merged together, should I say. Yeah, man, I'm finna end this thing right here. I need to probably start doing more lives. See you on the next content, man. I hope everybody have a good night. I'm out. Hope Bulls win. Let's go. No, I have a F350. That's why I'm going to start. Because I have... Dang, you got a Ford Transit Connect. Yeah. But I have to put... Oh. 4K. So it's going to start. Gotcha. So them transits, man, them transmissions ain't good or something? Because I've been seeing a lot of transmissions, man, like on them Ford Transits, man, on shelves. Like they've been out of market a little bit, man, out of commission. I'm trying to get a low mileage one, man, but nah, I guess my hopes went down on the Transit. But I think the Mercedes Sprinter is just like the Transits anyway. I know the Dodge Sprinter is, the old ones, but I don't want to get a Dodge, man. I hate Dodges, I'm sorry. I know homeboy got a Hellcat. Well, if you got a Hellcat, you got the top of the line. So that's different. That's totally different, man. You got performance parts versus standard. So, yeah, that don't count. But, yeah, I'm on a verge again. I brought one brand new 0 miles back in, oh, okay. Back in 2019. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a brand new one. I wanna say I'm gonna start part-time with the mobile tire, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I'm gonna use my a Giro account with the tires. So, and, whoa, that's early. 140. Yeah, that's kind of early. At least you got 100,000 miles out of it. Yeah, at least you got 100,000 miles out of it, man. I guess. I don't know how much driving you do a day. So that could be a short amount of time or long, I don't know. But 100,000 miles, 100,000, man, I can do that in a year doing roadside. So, yeah, man. That's wild. I mean, it is what it is. That's the business you in, I guess. Stuff you got to pay for, and you need a car. So that's why you got to save your coins. Oh, yeah, then you good. No stress. Yeah, park it in the back, get another one. Or get it fixed. Yeah, you good then if you made it back, man. I guess if you ain't making no money on roadside, then it's a different story. So, but yeah, that's the whole point why I made this channel. And this freaking fish is getting on my nerves, man. Yeah, let's go ahead and sprinkle some of this in here just to get them. On the verge. Get that light off, man. Yeah, turn that light off, man, because they getting a little too active. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end the video here. But I am gonna send you that info. You ain't even gotta worry about that once I get off. So appreciate everybody that's watching. Appreciate the part-timers who came on and went off, even though you ain't here, that was watching. So it's MT Roadside, this Maverick, this Mr. Quick Pick. I am out, boys and girls, men and women.